My name is Mike. I go by Drum Loop 808 out of Los Angeles, California. Been making music close to about 15 years now. Big influence in my life was my brother. As a small child, I would sit there and watch my brother dance to Yo MTV Raps, and that's how I really started hip hop and everything, listening to that type of music at an early age. He was a really big influence. As far as musical influences go, Jay Dilla is definitely one. Apex Twin, another. Growing up listening to Power 106, being able to hear all those DJs mix and scratch, that was school for me. I'm self-taught. I would pick up a magazine called Remix Magazine for 5 years straight. I would read every single one every month, and that's how I would learn. So LA in itself is a constant motivation. I mean, you can accidentally be influenced just driving down the street, hearing so many different types of music, and there's so many different cultures. And I can be in 10 different places throughout the day and come home and just have ideas running through my head. LA, that happens without knowing. You just walk around and it's constantly happening around. Making music was always a big output for me. Emotionally, I'm not too much of an open person, so communicating to people through music was real special. So everybody would get what I'm trying to say. Personally, music in my life has brought me a lot of focus. Music always brought me back to that special place. Being who I want to be, no matter what anybody thinks, is incredibly important to me. Starting out a young father, the kids have always brought a certain amount of focus into my life. Kept me out of trouble, kept my nose clean, and they are a huge source of inspiration and motivation to make music. Having them around, running around, screaming and yelling, I can make music like there's no tomorrow. But when they're gone, it's just, everything stops. So the kids definitely add to whatever I'm doing constantly. Eventually, I want to open up a record label for like-minded people. That's really where I hope it ends up. So the day will come where I have the label going. Advice to anybody wanting to get into the music scene or industry, or just wanting to make beats. You learn by, listening to the radio and just music in general, but you don't have to copycat it. It's okay to just putting it out there, and it won't always be 100%. Sometimes you'll go dry and you'll have your writer's block, but that's how you know you're doing it right is the end user, as it were, to enjoy it or do whatever they want with it and let it take a life on its own. That's why I do it. But you can check out my Bandcamp at drumloop808.bandcamp.com. And you can also check out my SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/drumloop808.